almost about that time to get started. Is there anything you guys feel like working on today? Do we feel like flowing? Are we having fun with the slower paced practice? How do we feel?
Anything is okay for me.
Anything? You got it, Lily. Awesome. Okay, we might do a little bit more of an active flow today just to kind of get our energy up for the rest of the afternoon, to enjoy the evening, our last flow of this week before we kick off the weekend. So if you are ready to begin, go ahead and make your way onto the center of your mat, coming in to Tadasana, mountain pose. I will join you there. All right. Once you're in Tadasana, go ahead and take this time, soften the shoulders down the length of the spine. Let your eyes draw to the front side of the room, and then go ahead and gently close down that gaze, shutting down the eyes, so that way we can focus a little bit more on connecting to our breath here at the beginning of our practice. With your Tadasana today, try to keep a soft bend in the knees. Start to gently lift through the quads, lift up through that core, through that navel, finding that length in your spinal column. Let yourself breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Take those steady breaths. Use this time to cleanse your mind of everything that's going on throughout your day. And see if you can start to set an intention or a focus for the duration of your practice. That intention can be as easy as maintaining this steady breath over the course of our flow. Maybe you're looking to build a little bit more strength today. Maybe you're looking to have some fun, let loose and let go. Just allow yourself this time to focus on that intention, to breathe out, to let go of that stress, of your worries. Inhale, let that life and air flow in through the nostrils, and exhale, let that stress and worry melt away. Release. And I want you to take just this time here to really connect to your mat, feel the weight of the feet, root firmly into the mat. Find that connection to your breath. And if you'd like to, you can start to find that Ujjayi, oceans rolling breath for our practice today, where you're breathing in through the nose, finding a slight constriction in the back of the throat as you exhale out through the nose. It's a sensation similar to fogging up a mirror on a cool and cloudy day. That Ujjayi breath will help you to maintain your core engagement and to build a little bit more heat as we get moving. Now on that next inhale, go ahead and open up the eyes. Let's sweep the fingertips up towards the sky. We're gonna exhale. Go ahead and swan dive down into our first forward fold. Taking a moment here, bringing the belly to rest on the thighs, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, crown of the head reaches towards the earth. We're gonna add a little bit more movement here. On your next inhale, reverse swan dive, sweep the fingertips up towards the sky for extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive back down, forward fold. Inhale, we sweep fingertips up towards the sky, extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. And just move through this at your own pace, matching every movement with your breath. Take 2 more breath cycles here. And on that last exhale, release back into your forward fold. We're going to start to get a little deeper into this forward fold now. Make sure you're bending the knees to let the belly rest on the thighs. We can go ahead and bring the forearms around the backside of the calves. Since it's the beginning of our practice, it's okay for the hamstrings to be pretty tight. I want you to really draw forearms into the calves. On that next inhale, slowly lift the hips, maybe just up 1/2 inch to 1 inch towards the sky. Keep the crown of the head reaching towards the earth. Ease out of that stretch, out of that lift. Inhale, lift the hips a little higher. Exhale, soften. One more time, inhale. Lift the hips as much as you would like to without locking out through the knees. And from here, exhale, bend the knees, release all 10 fingertips in front of the toes. Inhale, find your first halfway lift. The crown of the head is reaching towards the front side of the room. Upper body is parallel to the earth. Exhale, release fingertips into the mat. Plant all 10 fingers into the mat. Let's go ahead and step the right foot back, and then your left foot steps back for your first high plank today. We're going to take 3 breath cycles here in high plank. Think about lifting up through the shoulders, drawing heels to the back side of the room. Really make that mind to core connection here. You should feel that little lift through the navel, a lift through the pelvic floor. And when you're ready, inhale, lean that high plank forward. Exhale, bend the elbows 90 degrees, coming into low plank, or let the belly come down to the mat. Inhale, finding up dog or cobra. And exhale, our first down dog. Feel free to pedal out the legs, bending one knee and then the other. Whatever leg is extended, think about driving that heel into the mat. Make sure you're grouping them out with all 10 fingers. Keep the shoulders away from the ears to create length and space for your neck. And when you're ready, settle into your center, down dog, creating that inverted V shape with the body. The heels are slightly elevated off of the mat, and the hamstrings are still tight. Take a bend in the knees to maintain that spinal alignment here. Keep breathing, you got it. We're gonna move through some sun salutations today to warm up through the body. On that next inhale, step the feet up to meet the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, release and fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, lifting up into extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Plant all 10 fingers into the mat. Step right foot back, then left foot back, high plank. Inhale, lean that plank forward. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Beautiful sun salutation, everyone. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breathe it out again, and then inhale. Step the feet up to meet the hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, extended mountain. Exhale, release into the mat. Walk, step, or foot, feet away, high plank. Inhale, lean that plank forward. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Awesome job. Let's take 3 more rounds of sun salutations. You're going to hear a little less cueing from me because I want you to use this time to move at your own pace, moving with your breath. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and find your own paced sun salutations. We're moving for 3 cycles here. You don't have to move very quickly. You can take your time. Should have 1 more round of sun salutations to go. You got this. Move with your breath. And after that last round of sun salutation, we'll all meet back in down dog just for a quick moment. Take a deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, release the knees to the width of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Press the hips back towards the heels. Wide stance, child's pose. Allow yourself this time to breathe. If you find that your heart rate has quickened, your breath has quickened, keep the gaze to the front side of the room by lifting the chin towards the earth. Nice job. Slow down that breath again. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warm. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and press all 10 fingertips into the mat. We're going to tent the palms of the hands off, hovering the elbows slightly off of the mat here. You're gonna feel a little bit more engagement through the shoulders, through the biceps, through the entire upper body. Breathe in deeply through the nose. As you exhale, walk the fingertips over towards the left. Press your hips over towards the right. Feel that stretch across the right side of the body, and then inhale, walk the hands to the center. Exhale, fingertips to the right, hips over towards the left. Stretch it out across the left side of your body. And then we inhale to the center, exhale, release into that child's pose. With every inhale, feel that spine lengthen. Exhale, soften the hips closer to the heels so they're not already touching. Think about releasing that belly in between the thighs. You're gonna feel the hips start to open up here. On that next inhale, lift the hips off of the heels, adjust the knees to come underneath your hips. Stack the shoulders over the wrists for your tabletop position. Plant the tops of the feet into the mat today. As you inhale, let's lift through the head and heart sink through the belly, finding cow. Exhale, round out through the spine. Tuck up the chin towards the chest, press it through the shoulders for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. One more time. Inhale for cow. Then exhale for cat. And then come into your neutral spinal position. On that next breath in, lift the right arm in line with right ear. Exhale, extend your left leg to the back edge of your mat. Inhale, lift that left foot in line with the left hip. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose here. If you'd like a little wrist stretch, you can press that right palm of the hand towards the front side of the room. Take one more breath cycle in and out, and then release into your tabletop position. Awesome job. Let's take that to the other side. Inhale, lift left arm in line with left ear. Exhale, right leg extends. Inhale, lift right leg off the mat, line with the hip. Do your best to keep the right thigh pointed towards the earth. And again, if you'd like that wrist stretch, press that left palm of the hand towards the front side of the room. Whenever you're ready, exhale, release back into that tabletop position. Plant the toes in towards the mat. Inhale, we lift the hips. Release the heels, down dog. On that next breath in, step the feet up to meet the hands, forward fold. Let the crown of the head release all the way as close as you can to the earth. Keep that belly resting on the thighs. And from here, inhale, sweep just the fingertips up towards the ceiling. With the palms of the hands, make a fist in the small of your back. Before you inhale, extend that fist up towards the sky. Feel a little stretch across the chest. A little heart opener here, a little shoulder opener. Remember to keep breathing, don't hold your breath, especially in these inversions. And on that next exhale, release that bind, slowly letting all 10 fingers come in front of the toes. Inhale, halfway lift, beautiful job. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Sweep the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hinge through the hips, bending the knees, taking your chair. Now you want to avoid overarching through this low back. Instead, think about lifting through the navel, engaging the core. The weight is in towards the heels. You should be able to lift all 10 toes as a little balance check. Feel the weight or the palms of the hands press just firmly and gently together. Keep your gaze slightly down towards the earth. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. On that next inhale, rise back up into your Tadasana. Let's start to move into some balance work. Give our wrists a little bit of a break. Keeping the feet hips width distance apart. Start to shift your weight over to that standing left foot. Inhale, lift right leg 90 degrees off of the mat. Beautiful job. Stand here for a moment and stork. And then when you're ready, bring all 10 fingertips underneath that right kneecap. Inhale, draw right knee up towards the chest. Try to keep your eyes on something still and unmoving. You got it? And then on that next inhale, draw that right knee over in towards that right shoulder or that right armpit. Really engage through the bicep and the upper body here. Focus that drishti, that gaze. And when you're ready, exhale, release that leg back into stork. Hands back at heart center. Exhale, set the right foot down towards the mat. Shift your weight over to that standing right foot. Inhale, we lift left leg 90 degrees off of the mat. Make sure the hips are in a neutral position. The hip bones are parallel to each other. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out, and then interlace all 10 fingers underneath that left kneecap. Use your upper body muscles to lift that left knee in towards the chest. Let your gaze draw to the front side of the room. And on that next inhale, draw left knee in towards left shoulder. Beautiful. Try not to round out through the upper body here, especially through the upper back. Keeping your heart nice and open. Exhale, release. Left leg back into stork. Hands come back to heart center. Exhale, release. That leg all the way down towards the mat. Beautiful job. From here, we're going to keep working into some more balance. Shift the weight over to that standing left leg once again. Inhale, lift left leg 90 degrees off of the mat, coming into stork. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, open that knee over towards the side of the room. Then cross left ankle on top of right thigh, taking a figure four. You can either keep your hands at heart center. If you prefer, you can inhale. Lift the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, open up the arms away from each other. Beautiful. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Whenever you're ready, bring hands back to heart center as you release that left ankle off of standing right thigh. Bring the knee back into the center of the body. Exhale, set that foot down on towards the mat. You can shake out that tension in that standing balancing leg. Whenever you're ready, bring the feet hips to distance apart. Shift your weight over to that standing right foot. Inhale, we lift left leg 90 degrees off the mat, or whatever leg you haven't done so yet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open that knee to the side of the room. Cross that ankle on top of that standing base leg's thigh. Now that ankle's not resting on the knee, it's resting on the thigh to help you create this figure four shape. Think about drawing this left knee over towards the side of the room, while your hands can either stay at heart center, or you can inhale. Again, lift the fingertips overhead, open up the branches of your tree. Whenever you're ready, exhale, hands to heart center. Release left ankle off of left thigh. Inhale, come back to stork. Exhale, set that foot down on towards the mat. Shake out the tension in your legs. Return back to Tadasana. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Lift the fingertips up towards the sky, biceps by the ears. Exhale, hinge through the hips, bend the knees, coming to your chair. You're inclining the upper body 45 degrees. Try not to let the knees flare out. Think about drawing the knees in towards the midline of the body. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, release all the way into your forward fold. Awesome job. From here, plant all 10 fingertips in towards the mat. Walk, step, or flip the feet away. High plank. Inhale, lean your plank forward. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. You're welcome to pat through the legs so the hamstrings are a little tight, or you can just enjoy some stillness in your center, down dog. Allow yourself this time to breathe, maybe reconnect to that intention. The mind has begun to wander. You're going to move through warrior series next. Whenever you're ready, inhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky for three-legged dog. As you exhale, draw right knee in towards the nose. Inhale, we lift right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale to lift right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, this time right knee across the body to left elbow. Step the right foot through. Inhale, lift left hand up towards the ceiling for a wide side plank. Beautiful job. Your arms are in line with the shoulders. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Use your core strength to maintain your balance. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat. Gently bring right knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, draw right knee to the nose and set right foot in between both hands. Runner's lunge. Nice job. You can stay lifted in the fingertips. Think about finding that strength in that extended back left leg. Your right knee is bent 90 degrees over right ankle. And from here, use your core strength. Inhale. Lift the upper body parallel to the front side of the room, keeping hips square to the center, finding crescent lunge. Inhale to breathe in, or inhale to lift the fingertips a little higher. Exhale, sink the hips a little lower. Inhale, find that lift. Exhale, bring the hips a little lower. And on that next inhale, pivot the left foot over towards the side of the room. Open the arms in line with the shoulders. Moving into warrior two. Beautiful. So your heart is open all the way towards the left side of the room. Your arms are in line with the shoulders while you gaze over that front right middle finger. So from here, inhale, hinge through the hips, reach the fingertips towards the front side of the room. Exhale, release right forearm gently onto right thigh. Left fingertips stay lifted up towards the ceiling. Another option to take here is to release the right hand to the inside of right ankle. You can bring the fingertips to the mat for a little support. The hips are going to want to press back. Do your best to keep that front right knee bent 90 degrees. As you inhale, rise back up into warrior two and begin to straighten out gently through this front right leg. We're not walking out through the joint though. Keep a micro bend in the knee. If you would like to, you can heel to the back, left foot up 2 or 3 times, and then inhale. Hinge through the hips, reach those right fingertips to the front side of the room. Exhale, release right hand to the inside of right ankle down towards the mat for triangle pose. Now with this pose, it's as if you're in between 2 panes of glass. Your heart is open all the way to the left. The neck is in a neutral position. Keep the left fingertips in line with left ear. You're gonna feel a little lift through this left hip up towards the sky. And on that next inhale, we're gonna lift backs up slowly to standing position. Awesome job, guys. Find warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down towards the mat for your runner's lunge. For today, we're gonna bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. As you exhale, release left knee to the mat. Plant the top of the left foot towards the mat, and you can stay here in a lifted lizard stretch. If you prefer, you can exhale down onto the forearms for your lizard lunge. Now with lizard, make sure this right knee stays directly over right ankle. You're not drawing that knee to the front side of the room. You're keeping the shoulders lifted. We're not ramming out through the upper body. Think about maintaining an open heart. Use this as a chance to slow the breath back down. Nice job, everyone. You should feel this stretching out that front right hip flexor and that back left quad. Whenever you're ready, inhale, come back up onto the palms of the hands, and then bring that right hand to frame that front right foot. Slowly press left toes in towards the mat. Inhale, lift your left knee off, finding runner's lunge. Take the palms of the hands to the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg all the way up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Now, if you have a little bit more energy to burn, you're welcome to take 2 more rounds of those vinyasas or those half series. If you prefer, you can hold down dog for a few breath cycles, or you can exhale the knees towards the mat, press the hips towards the heels, child's pose. A lot of different options to take, so find what feels good for you in your practice today. You're in no rush. Use this time to, again, either release some energy or to reconnect with the breath, slow the breath back down, reconnect with your intention. And we're going to take that sequence to the other side in just a few moments. And whenever you're ready from here, from wherever you're at, go ahead and make your way into a tabletop position. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Your knees are underneath the hips, tops of the feet pointed into the earth. Inhale to lift through the head and heart. Sink through the belly for cat. Exhale, round up through the spine, chin to chest for cat. Take 2 more rounds of cow and cat. And then return into your neutral tabletop position. And we're going to take that series to the other side now. Go ahead and plant your toes in towards the mat. Inhale, we lift the hips up towards the sky for down dog. Make sure your shoulders are away from the ears. There's a slight bend in the knees to make sure the hamstrings are getting a nice stretch. As you inhale, lift that left leg up towards the sky. Same little ab work here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw left knee in towards the nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale to lift. Exhale, left knee across the body to right elbow. Step the left foot through. Inhale, lift your right hand up towards the sky. Your arms are in line with the shoulders. You're lifting the hips up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Right hand comes down to the mat underneath right shoulder. Draw left knee in towards right elbow. Unwind. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to nose. Set left foot in between both hands. Runner's lunge. Try to keep the hips pointed down towards the earth here. The back right heel is lifted. Inhale, gather that core strength. Lifting the upper body parallel to this front side of the ring. Your biceps are by your ears. With every inhale, find that lift in the spinal column. Exhale, sink the hips a little lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower the hips. And then from here, pivot that right foot over towards the right side of the room. Open your arms in line with the shoulders. Draw the eyes over that front left middle finger. Again, your left knee is about 90 degrees, and you can always adjust that stance. If you'd like to make it a little bit more narrow, to focus on your alignment, you can also widen that stance for a little more challenge. Whenever you're ready from here, inhale, hinge through just the hips. Exhale, release left forearm onto left thigh. Right fingertips lift up towards the ceiling. Another option to take is you can airplane that left hand into the inside of left ankle, or you can bring the fingertips down towards the mat for a little support. Keep your neck in a neutral position. When you're ready, inhale, we rise back up into warrior two. Begin to straighten out through that front left leg. Have a slight bend in that left knee. If you would like to, heel toe that back right foot up 2 or 3 times to narrow the stance. Take a deep breath in through the nose to hinge that hip, or hinge through the hip. Reach left fingertips towards the front. Exhale, left hand down to the inside of that left foot. Beautiful. Your right fingertips are lifted up towards the sky. Do your best to not let this right arm fall towards the back side of the room. It's staying directly over left ear. There's a slight bend in this left knee. Again, you're in between 2 panes of glass. Let yourself breathe. Feel that lift. And then inhale, we rise back up. Find warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down towards the mat. Pivot all 10 toes to the front side of the room for your runner's lunge. And then we move both palms of the hands to the inside of that left foot. And we're taking lizard lunge to this side now. If you feel comfortable on the palms of the hands, you can stay here. Exhale, right knee towards the mat, top of the right foot in towards the mat. Left knee stays bent 90 degrees. To get a little deeper into this hip flexor, you can exhale down onto the forearms. Keep all 10 fingertips spread wide. Try to avoid rounding out through the shoulders. Let your eyes gently draw to the front edge of your mat. Breathe in deeply, breathe out gently. You guys are doing a phenomenal job today. Hopefully you're having fun with this flow. It might be a little challenging, but all that matters is that you feel like you're having a good time, that you're enjoying this time on your mat today. When you're ready, inhale. We're coming back up onto the palms of the hands. Go ahead and bring left hand to frame that front left foot. Plant right toes in towards the mat. Inhale, we lift right knee off of the mat. Again, the palms of the hands are rooted in towards the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's take that half series. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And again, if you'd like to, take 2 more rounds of this half series. If you prefer, you can hold down dog, or you're always welcome to exhale. Bring the knees towards the mat, big toes to touch. Press the hips back towards the heels for child's pose. Hopefully you feel a little bit more warm in your practice, a little bit more warm in your body. We are in no rush. I want you to take this time to find what feels good for you. And then wherever you are, go ahead and make your way down into child's pose. Taking a wide stance child's pose if possible by bringing the knees towards the edges of the mat, big toes to touch, belly falls in between the thighs. Just a nice gentle opening of the hips here. Have a slight bend in the elbows so that way the shoulders can stay rolling down the side of the spine or rolling down the length of the spine and keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And then when you're ready from here, we'll inhale, lift the hips slowly off the heels, stack shoulders with the wrists, adjust the knees to come underneath the hips. As you inhale, let's move through some spinal balances again. Lift right arm in line with right ear. Exhale, left leg goes to the back edge of your mat. Inhale, lift that left leg in line with left hip. Take deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, and then exhale, set everything back down onto the mat. We'll take that to the other side. Inhale, lift left arm in line with left ear. Extend right toes to the back of your mat. Inhale, lift that right leg in line with right hip. Your eyes are dripping down towards the earth. Feel that core engagement. When we exhale, set everything back down into that tabletop position. From here, you're welcome to take a few rounds of cows and cats. If you prefer, you can just take some organic movement of the body. If you rotate the hips clockwise and counterclockwise, or shaking the hips from side to side. If the wrists are feeling a little tight, you can also take this time to find some gentle wrist stretches by placing the palms of the hands up towards the sky, back to the hands on the mat, and just shift your weight slightly back and then slightly forward. These next few breath cycles are for you to find whatever feels good in your body. And then when you're ready, we'll all come back into our tabletop position. Plant the toes in towards the mat. Inhale, lift the hips. Release the heels. Down dog. Check in with your alignment. Are you creating that inverted V shape with the body? Try not to lock out through the joints. The shoulders are lifted away from the ears. Maybe if you feel comfortable, you can work to lower the heels a little closer in towards the earth. And on that next inhale, go ahead and lock step or float the feet up to meet the hands. Forward fold. Let the crown of the head reach towards the earth. The belly's resting on the thighs. Imagining creating that broad chest, that nice open heart here. You can take any binds that you would like to take. Maybe you just like to roll out through the wrists. You can reach for opposite elbow. You can take that bind with the forearms wrapped around the backs of the calves, or you can lift the palms of the hands up towards the sky. Just use this time to let yourself reset in this inversion. We're going to finish off our practice today with a little bit more balance work. So whenever you're ready, if you have a bind, go ahead and release the fingertips in front of the toes. Inhale, find your halfway lift, nice strong flat back. Inhale, that next inhale, lift the biceps in line with the ears. Exhale, hinge through the hips. Lift the upper body up 45 degrees, coming into chair. You should be able to lift all 10 toes as a balance check. Do your best to keep the fingertips lifted in line with the ears. Keep that core engaged. Don't arch through the low back. Take another breath in, another breath out, then inhale. Rise all the way up into extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful job. Now from here, start to shift your weight again over to the standing left foot. We inhale, lift right leg 90 degrees off of the mat. Awesome job. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, open that knee towards the side of the room. Cross that ankle on top of the thigh for another standing figure four. We're going to move into seated figure four now. So a couple of options you can take. You need to keep the hands at heart center as you begin to hinge through that left hip, bending left knee for more challenge. Lift the fingertips up towards the sky first, and then exhale, bend through that knee, hinging through the hip. And at any point in time, you can always bring the hands back to heart center. Keep this right knee lifted. Try to focus your gaze on something still and unmoving. Take 2 more breaths here. And on that next inhale, we rise back up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release that right ankle off of left thigh. Inhale, come back into stork. Set that right foot down towards the mat. Shake out that tension in that standing base leg. Awesome job. Let's take that to the other side now. Shift your weight over to that standing right leg. Inhale, lift left leg. 90 degrees off of the mat. Finding stork. Make sure hips are in a neutral alignment. Same thing. Hands can either stay at heart center, or you can inhale, lift fingertips towards the sky. Open that knee to the side of the room. Cross the ankle on top of that standing base leg. Whenever you feel ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hinge through the hips, bending through the knees. Keep this left knee lifted. The upper body's inclined slightly forward. And your eyes are down towards the earth. Beautiful job, everyone. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths. Inhale, we rise back up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center, release that left ankle off of the thigh. Inhale, slowly back to stork. And then exhale, set that left foot down towards the mat. Shake out some tension in the legs. All right, 1 more variation to take. Whenever you're ready, start to shift that weight back over to that standing left leg. Inhale, lift right leg once again, 90 degrees off of the mat. Open, right knee to the side of the room. Cross right ankle on top of left thigh. Take a deep breath in, or you can lift fingertips up overhead. Exhale, hinge through the hips, bend the knees. Now this time you can either stay here in your seated figure 4. Another option to take is you can slowly hinge through the hips, let the fingertips come down towards the mat, and then inhale, lift that hip up towards the sky. We won't be here very long, so on that next inhale, slowly use that strength, come back up to seated figure 4. And then rise back up to stand, release that ankle from the thigh, close back into stork, set the foot down on towards the mat, and shift your weight over to that standing right foot. Inhale, left knee lifts 90 degrees off the mat. And moving through those same motions, matching whatever you did on the opposite side here. Moving with control to that seated figure 4. Hands can always stay at heart center. You can stay here, or again, release the fingertips towards the earth. Lift that right hip up towards the sky. And then whenever you're ready, on that next inhale, slowly use that core strength. Come back up to seated figure 4. Inhale, come back up to stand. Release left ankle from left or right thigh. Come back into stork. Set that foot down onto the mat. Beautiful job. Inhale, press both fingertips up towards the sky, or both palms of the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive down into the mat, forward fold. Plant all 10 fingertips into the mat. Step your feet away. Our last high plank. Nice, slow, steady breaths. And 1 more inhale to lean that high plank forward. Exhale, low plank all the way down into the mat, and gently roll over onto your spine. Beautiful job. Once you're laying down on the mat, go ahead and inhale, lift the fingertips by the ears, point through the toes, take a full body stretch here. With every inhale, find that length in the spine. Exhale, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands down by the hips. Go ahead and take a bend in the knees. Walk the heels closer in towards the glutes. Let the palms of the hands rest into the mat. Let your shoulder blades lay flush into the mat. On that next breath in, slowly lift the hips off of the heels, finding your bridge pose. There's no tension in the low back, no tension in the neck. Let yourself breathe. And then exhale, sink the hips back down into the mat. From here, inhale, we'll start off by bringing both knees in towards the chest. We've made it all the way to the cool down. This is our double wind relieving pose. From here, bring all 10 fingers underneath that right kneecap as you extend left leg down the length of your mat for half wind relieving pose. Try to keep all 10 toes gently curled in towards the shin to protect that knee joint. And on your next inhale, we'll lift left hand up towards the sky. Place that hand on the outer edge of your right knee. So you guide that right knee over towards the left side of the room. Open your arms in line with the T. Let the eyes fall over towards the right opposite of the knee. If you prefer, you can keep that left hand resting on that right knee, or both arms can come in line with the shoulders. Gently twisting through the abdomen here. Keep your shoulder blades rooted into the mat. Start to slow your breath back down. And on that next inhale, we come back to the center of our mat. Interlace all 10 fingers underneath the right kneecap and gently draw that right knee in towards the heart. Exhale, extend right leg down the length of your mat. Inhale, bring the left knee in towards the chest. All 10 fingers underneath that left kneecap. You should feel that low back leg flush into the mat. Try not to arch through that low back here. All 10 toes gently flex and inhale. Right hand lifts towards the ceiling. Place right hand to the outer edge of left knee as you guide left knee over towards the right side of the room. Your arms can open out in line with the T, or you can keep right hand resting on that left thigh. And that left foot doesn't have to come all the way down towards the mat either. It can stay hanging out in space if that feels more comfortable. Your eyes are opposite of that knee, and your shoulder blades are both making contact with the mat. When you're ready, inhale, unwind back to the center. Interlace all 10 fingers underneath your left kneecap. And exhale, release left knee down the length of your mat. From here, place both palms of the hands, framing the width of your hips. Slowly bring a bend into the knees, palms of the feet come onto the mat. Make sure the low back is flush into the mat, and then inhale, lift both shins off of the earth, palms of the feet off of the mat. Your quads are in line with your hips, the shins are parallel to the earth. Whenever you're ready, the hands can stay heart center, or if the shoulders still feel a little tight, you can open the arms out in line with the shoulders, palms of the hands either down and towards the mat or up towards the sky. And on that next breath in, gently begin to extend the legs up towards the ceiling for legs up the wall. Try to keep the toes flexed. Make sure the low back is maintaining that connection to that mat. The quads are in line with the hips and they're not coming up any closer to the face. And whenever you're ready from here, reach the palms of the hands up towards the outer soles of the feet as you bend the knees in towards the shoulders, coming into your happy baby. Let yourself sway to one side and then the other, massaging out that low back. And then whenever you're ready from here, bring the palms of the feet to touch, open the knees gently towards the sides of the room. You can keep the feet a little further away, or you can hug the feet as close as you'd like to into the body. Taking bound angle, and then exhale, release that bound angle down onto the mat, taking your time. Let the knees make contact with the mat, the ankles are connected to the mat. And you can stay here with the bound angle today for Shavasana. If you prefer, you can gently extend the legs down the length of your mat. Bring the hands down by the hips. Either letting the palms of the hands press into the mat. Think about making that connection to the earth to help you feel a little more grounded and centered. Or you can open the palms of the hands up towards the sky to feel a little bit more openness, a little bit more acceptance at the end of our practice. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale, release that breath away. And start to release any and all thoughts that you may have out of the mind. If you haven't done so already, shut down the eyes, closing down the gaze. Start to let that sensation drift out of your fingertips and out of your toes. You relax through the jaw, maybe unfurl the brows. And begin to create a blank canvas for your mind here, choosing not to focus on any one thing, on any one thought. As you start to make your way into that meditative state of Shavasana today. Using this time just to find a little bit more peace at the end of your practice. For those who would like to continue their Shavasana, you're welcome to stay here in this resting supine position. For those who are ready, you can begin to wiggle the fingertips and wiggle the toes, bringing that life and sensation slowly back into the physical being. You take a deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, let yourself roll over onto one side of the mat. Let the head rest in the crook of an elbow. You can keep the eyes closed for as long as you would like to. And just allow yourself this time to gently awaken here. Breathing in these final moments of stillness, of peace and ease. And as you inhale, gently press up into an easy seated position. Let one leg cross on top of the other. Maybe bring the hands onto the inner thighs before you inhale. Lift the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing in your practice with me today. I want you to know that all that is full of love and light and good within me honors and recognizes all that is full of that love and light and good within you. Until we meet again on the mat, namaste. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday evening and a beautiful weekend ahead of you. I can't wait to see you guys again soon.